Up with KREM begins now.
Right now on Up with KREM, the Corkscrew Fire continues to burn near Fort Washington. It is now over 14,000 acres and is still growing. Nicole Hernandez joins us live from the command center.
That's right. Fire crews are getting up and ready for their debriefing before another day of fighting this fire. All of an update about what happened overnight in just a minute.
And as COVID cases surge, and where Nicole was just standing up there in Stevens County, they picked up quite a bit of rain yesterday. While most of us didn't see much at all, I'm going to let you know how that plays a big role in our weather today.
And as COVID cases surge, Pope Francis issued a message to the public about vaccines. All right, glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday. We are outside in the Outdoor Weather Center because it just feels wonderful.
It does.
Welcome. Thank you guys for coming outside and joining me.
We decided to come chill.
Maybe a little bit cold if you don't have a jacket.
If you don't have
Jenny's
on
like, ooh,
sleeves.
it's a little breezy out here.
A little breezy, you know, so maybe throw on a jacket, throw on some sleeves. Don't be like me today.
I offered her my jacket. I said it hasn't been washed in a really long time, but you know.
I would offer you mine too.
Thank you. I know, Tim. Thank you. And I know yours has been washed.
Yes.
Like your jeans.
Okay, shots
Wild
fired. Just kidding. Well, hey, so glad to have you here with us. We're in a good mood today because it is just breathe in the cool, fresh air. It's crisp, isn't
I
it?
got something to show you too.
What's that?
So now that we're all standing outside, see that right there?
Ooh, I see the blue sky.
That's blue sky. That's blue sky
And over
peeking
there,
out from
the suns, it looks like the heavens.
Oh
now
my
more blue
goodness.
sky. It's peeking out from behind those clouds. Right now we do have a lot of cloud cover, but that cloud cover is eventually going to move out and we will see blue in the sky later on today.
Okay.
That's exciting.
All right, so if you're going to the night market today, it's going to be a much more comfortable night than it has been in the last few weeks. It's not going to be as hot and hazy.
Not hot, not hazy, not smoky. So today's kind of our pick day. Let's get you outside with what to expect in the world of weather. Right now, we're taking a live look at Coeur d'Alene, and Coeur d'Alene is looking quite nice early on today. A little bit of low-hanging cloud cover there, and that is really about the extent of it. Air quality remains good across much of the inland northwest, and that includes us in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and AQI currently sits at 28. I don't know if every once in a while I take a breath and I kind of smell smoke, if that's because of just thinking I smell smoke or if there actually is smoke, but for the most part it smells crisp and clean and clear outside right now, and temperatures are hanging out in the mid-50s. Wenatchee sits at 63 early on this morning, and that's where we're going to stay for a little bit. Temperatures are eventually going to warm up here in the next couple of hours, but for now it's clear skies and clearing out. We're getting rid of some of that cloud cover as we move through the day today. We'll see more sunshine later on this evening, so let's say you are headed to that night market. Here's how it breaks down. We will warm up, and by the time the night market starts, we're in the 70s, and it's a mix of clouds and sun, but we're going to call it mostly sunny, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. So today, kind of the pick day of the week, if you're asking me.
All right, the pick day. Let's get back to our top story of the morning. The Corkscrew Fire grew over the weekend. That's when it started, and now burning more than 15,000 acres.
That's right. Now, parts of Stevens County are now under level 3 get out now evacuations. So you're going to want to make sure that if you are in that area, you go ahead and leave now.
Yeah, we do have Nicole Hernandez. She's been at this fire for 2 days now, getting the very latest for us. Nicole, what are you seeing this morning? We saw some flare-ups a little bit earlier when we've taken some live looks. What are you seeing where you are?
Yeah, so here at the command center, we're at Lakeside Middle School. Yesterday morning while we were here, we could see some plumes of smoke from behind us. This morning, we're really not seeing that, but that does not mean that fire is not still actively burning. Of course, from other spots up here, you can see that fire still burning. Fire crews here this morning at the command center are getting up and getting ready for their debriefing. They're having that meeting at 7 o'clock. In that meeting, they're planning on going over, of course, the plans for today and what happened overnight. So we got an update from fire crews. They say that overnight, the weather that came in, that cooling weather, really helped calm down the fire. They got some rain on the north side of the fire that really helped them tamper that part of it. And then on the south side of the fire, they were able to focus on building some dozer lines. So they're really working right now on getting control of that forward progression of the fire, making sure it stops continuing to burn towards other places. So there's definitely, they're getting closer, but they still say that they're at 0% contained at this point. So take a look at this map here. This is what you need to know about evacuations evacuations of this fire right now. There are still those level 3 evacuations in place. That's the red area west of Ford and north of Tum Tum. That means to get out now if you live in that area. Level 2 evacuations are in place for the area south of Clayton. Southeast of Springdale is under level 1 evacuations, and you can see the evacuation map on KREM.com if you want to take a closer look at that. Now, FEMA has authorized funds to help aid in the fire, but local fire crews say they just don't have enough resources.
We are spread very thin. In all resources, all fires have been spread very thin during this year.
Now, this is the 6th fire FEMA has approved help for during 2021. 20 buildings here have been impacted by the fire, with at least 12 homes destroyed. So when we were talking to Isabel there, she also mentioned that this fire is still actively burning. Even as they work on starting to get some containment around the fire, the inside of that fire will still continue to burn. So expect to see smoke in the air and potential burning areas for quite some time. Live in Stevens County, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Well, you can find a full list of evacuations on KREM.com, or you can text the word FIRE to 509-448-2000 and we'll send that information right to your phone.
That's right. So many of you have already sent us those texts in, so glad to keep you all informed this morning.
Yeah. All right, time for your morning rush now. More news in less time.
Growing COVID concerns did not stop thousands of people from attending the Grant County Fair for its opening day. On Tuesday, the fair provided masks, sanitizer, and extra hand washing stations. They're also asking that people wear masks when indoors. There will also be an on-site vaccine clinic in the evening, but neither masks nor vaccines are required.
We're doing a lot of things to try to make it not a super spreader, and we also put out on our Facebook page, hey look, if you're nervous about large crowds, then don't come to fair. We totally understand. We hope to see you next year. But I think the ball was rolling to the point where I think it would be difficult to shut it down now.
The fair director also told KREM if the state were to change course and issue some sort of mask mandate, they'd be prepared to at least post the signage to accommodate. Well, the countdown is on for Bloomsday 2022. The Bloomsday Association is now accepting designs for the 2022 Bloomsday Finisher t-shirt. Now, the deadline for submitting designs is Friday, September 17th. The Lilac Bloomsday Association will pay $1,000 for the winning design selected. Entries may be submitted in person at the Bloomsday office, and that address there at the bottom of your screen. And if you'd like to read more on the rules for the t-shirt, there's me and Jeremy enjoying last year's or this year's design. And if you want to read more about contest rules, you can find that on KREM.com.
Well, the Seattle Seahawks have signed safety Jamal Adams to a 4-year contract extension. It's expected to make him the highest paid safety in the NFL. The agreement is expected to include $38 million guaranteed and be worth up to $70 million. Adams was acquired in a trade from the New York Jets last summer, a deal that cost Seattle 2 first-round picks. Now, Adams made it through his first season with the Seahawks despite multiple injuries.
That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Startling data today from the Spokane Regional Health District.
Spokane County has the highest number of COVID patients hospitalized right now since the beginning of the pandemic. So there are 161 people hospitalized because of the virus. The health district also reporting 251 new coronavirus cases today, and 10 new deaths were reported as well.
Now, those deaths were from last week. Right now, 51% of Spokane County residents are fully vaccinated.
Espíritu fraterno, me uno a este mensaje de esperanza en un futuro más luminoso.
With COVID cases surging, Pope Francis issued an appeal to the public. In a video this morning, he's urging people to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
The Pope says the vaccines could bring an end to the pandemic and need to be taken by everyone. Vaccines are widely available in mainly wealthier nations.
However, hesitancy over the newly developed shots have meant that many people are refusing to take them, and that's according to health experts. Well, this morning, the main priority of the U.S. government is evacuating people from Afghanistan safely. Now, we have ways you can help new refugees as they travel to the U.S.
And we're going to take you outside and talk the next few days of weather because we get a little bit of everything. And I'm going to let you know why today might be the pick day, but don't give up hope because the weekend could turn out perfect.
We are tracking several wildfires in the area, heading over to North Idaho, where the Character Complex is now pushing almost 11,000 acres. Level 3 evacuation notices are in place for people who live nearby. Right now, power is out for all of the Level 3 evacuation areas. Authorities say it won't turn back on until it's safe to do so. You can text the word FIRE to 509-448-2000 for more information.